99X. It's the Morning X. I'm Barnes. That's Leslie. We've got our dream expert, Pam Muller, here. She's sweetgeorgiapam.com. We've already gotten through one listener. We've got another one. We've actually got about 500 in line. We'll go to the next one, and that's Tracy. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Are you a dreamer, Tracy?
I am. I have a very strange situation that I've always wanted to talk to somebody about, so this is great.
Well,
Do
look
tell.
at this. We have our dream expert, Pam. Take it.
Perfect, Tracy. I'm here for you. What you got?
Hey, Pam. So I'm not sure what the terminology is, but from what I've heard, it's called dream paralysis.
Okay.
So I'll give you a great example. So I don't think I sleep with my eyes fully closed. It's like peeking. And one time I was laying on the couch napping, and I could see my front door opening, and a guy with a mask is coming in. A guy with a mask.
Oh, boy.
And I am trying so hard to scream, move. I mean, I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? And no matter what I did, I could not move. I couldn't scream. I mean, it was terrifying. And then all of a sudden I just woke up and the door was shut and it was locked. And, I have those often, not all the time, but it's something like that. I mean, I've had one with somebody hurting my child. It's always something really bad, and I can't get to my child.
You sleep with your eyes open?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not totally sure because, my ex-husband a long time ago said that he thought I was awake.
Ooh.
Because my eyes were open. I mean, just a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
I know that the brain paralyzes your body in certain, so you don't get up and walk around.
That's spooky.
And
This is
that's
terrifying.
what I've heard. Yeah.
What do you think, Pam?
It is terrifying.
It is okay. I got you, Tracy. Sleep paralysis is what you're talking about. And it is, from all accounts, a terrifying experience. But I've got some fixes for you today. And let's just kind of dive into to what it is. So you alluded to it a little bit. Sleep paralysis is something that we all experience when we fall asleep. The chemicals that get emitted from our brain paralyze our large muscles while we sleep so that we don't act out all of our dreams and get ourselves into danger while we're sleeping. So sleep paralysis occurs when there's a glitch in the system where the chemicals are still present in your muscles, but you're actually physically starting to wake up. And so your body gets caught in this scenario of mentally I'm awake, physically I'm frozen. And what happens in sleep paralysis is that the very first impression that your mind goes to is, we're frozen. We must be frozen in fear. What are we afraid of? And then the dream state takes over and fills that in for you.
Dude, that's complex.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And people who describe their sleep paralysis experiences oftentimes will have, creatures that crawl on them and sit on their chest and they can't breathe and they can't. But it's because mentally your brain is trying to make sense of the fact that your body is paralyzed currently.
Right.
So here's the fix. There are two ways to address this. One is you can practice it's like active imagination, where you make a plan, Tracy. The next time I find myself in sleep paralysis, I'm going to introduce, and then you come up with something loving and positive that has like strong energy for you, something easy to think of.
Okay.
Sometimes people think of angels or fairies or, I don't know, cartoon characters.
Well, mine's my child. He's like the light of my life.
Perfect. Because what you're trying to do is introduce a positive feeling into the dream state so that the dream responds to that instead of the fear.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's fascinating, right? Yeah. I know. I can't get enough of this stuff. So the second thing that you can do, Tracy, is to make small movements or change your breathing pattern. Because those are things you can control even when you're in sleep paralysis, and it will bring you out of the sleeping state.
How do you do that? If you're asleep?
I couldn't do that at all.
Yeah, right. So you can practice this. Like, you can make the plan and set the intention, Barnes, like we were talking about before. You can communicate to your dreams before you go to sleep. Like, hey, if this happens, we're going to, But try to wiggle your pinkies or your toes in the dream. So You can try to wiggle your pinkies or toes. You can just try to blink your eyes real hard. Because the reason that you try to scream and nothing comes out is because those are big muscles you're trying to use.
Oh, I see. Or why I can't move. Yeah.
Yes.
So smaller muscles.
Smaller muscles,
So-
little twitches.
Pam, it's like Alexa. You're like, hey, Alexa, don't dream about this tonight. And that just goes right into your...
Yeah,
I mean, the way
you
you're
talk to
saying it,
yourself,
you're like-
Barnes, before you go to bed.
Like
yeah.
I'm checking my phone. I don't have my dream agent in here.
So you can influence your dreams, or you can make a suggestion to your dreams. Your dreaming mind is still in charge.
It makes
how?
sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I, in theory, but how do you get it through to that part of your brain?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. When you're in the dream state, when we talk about dream interpretation, you, the dreamer, represent your ego, the thing that you can control. And so what you're doing as you're falling asleep is you're reminding your ego self that this is what you want to have happen in the dream. So when you get into the dream state, you, ego you, is participating in the dream in some way. It's just not the main part that is in charge. Does that make sense?
That is so trippy.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I know that when these happen, and like I said, my child, he's 23 now, but I always have dreams when he's 2 or 3. And this one, it was like Georgia Red Clay Hill, and he was on a plateau, and somebody was up there stabbing him. I mean, it's no kidding. That was that violent. And I love him more than anything. And so I'm trying to get up the hill, and it's like moving concrete with my legs.
Yeah.
I mean, I could not. It was, and then of course I wake up and I'm like, and of course I remember all these, but I'm aware that I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
But what makes her go, Pam, to those places of fear, and what makes her go to these dramatic attack situations?
Right, because dreams are they are created around emotions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And those are my biggest fears. Yeah.
So dreams are contextualizing.
Yeah, I sort of feel like, Tracy, you should try some of these over the next month and get back with us.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely will. So I started the journal because I went on your website. I kind of fell out of it because we've been so busy at work, but it's just been crazy. But I will definitely try that. I don't know if you guys ever saw the show Evil. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's a really great show on Netflix, and this lady is having those just like that, the dream terrors, I guess they call it. She called it sleep paralysis. So her psychiatrist on there said, well, I want you to put a rubber band around your wrist, and every 30 minutes, set your phone and look down and, pull it out and let it snap back.
Oh, pop.
And that way, when you go to sleep, if something happens, hopefully your mind, because it's been doing all day, you look down and there won't be any rubber band. I don't know if that's true. It might be just television, but
Is it, Pam?
That is a practice to learn to become lucid in your dreams, to become aware and in control. Because when you become lucid, then you can participate more actively, and the dream will respond to you as opposed to you responding to the dream.
Man, this is heavy stuff.
Yeah, it's a great practice.
yeah.
Tracy, I hope that helped. We're out of time, but reach out to sweetgeorgiapam.com if you want to get into it some more with her. All right?
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Have a great day. We'll see you
Have a
later.
good one.
Thank you, Tracy. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's a nice little plug line. I like that. Sweet dreams. So if you would like to get yours done, we'll have you on in a recurring fashion, and we'll get to it. So send it to send your name and how we contact you to hi@themorningx.com, hi@themorningx.com. SweetGeorgiaPam.com is where you find Pam. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you so much.
This was amazing.
Yeah, no, I can talk about this all day, so thanks for the opportunity.
This is The Morning X. It's 99X.